Hello again. This tutorial is for another of the reversible stitches if you're wanting a stitch that works on both sides of a blanket or your project. This one is called the Reversible Twisted Granny. I've used here on this swatch a multicoloured yarn, but the tutorial I'll do today with a single yarn so that you can actually see how it's worked a little bit better. I'm using a double knit yarn and a 4.5mm hook. As always, we're going to start with a chain, and the chain needs to be multiples of 3 plus 2. So obviously I'm only going to do a small swatch sample today, but if you wanted to do a larger piece, you would just do more chains than I'm going to do, as long as you stick to the multiples of 3 plus 2. So as always, we're going to start with a slip knot onto the hook and then work the chains. I would recommend that you work the chain quite loose because it does need to have a little bit of give in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, excuse me, 19, 20, 21. So there's the multiples of 3 and an extra 2 stitches. If you want to do a wider chain, you can pause the video now and restart when you've got the amount of chain that you want. So we start with 3 chain, and that's going to count as the first stitch. We then, into the 4th stitch from the hook, we're going to work a double crochet, and we're now going to work 1 double in each stitch all the way along the row. So it's yarn over, into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2, and we just work exactly the same way all the way along to the end of your chain, and I'll meet you when I get to the end of my chain. I've come to the end of the chain and we've got 1 double in each stitch. We're now going to turn the work over, and again the first stitch will be the 3 chains, and that counts as the first double. So 3 chain, and then into the next stitch we're going to work 1 double, and the following stitch again we work 1 double. So we're always going to have 3 doubles at either side, and that corresponds with the border at the bottom. So we chain 2, skip 2 stitches and work 3 doubles into the next stitch. Skip 2, chain 2 and work 3 doubles into the next. Chain 2, skip the next 2 and work 3 doubles into the next stitch. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches and work 3 doubles into the next one. Chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches and we're going to work 3 doubles into the next one. Chain 2, we're going to skip 2 stitches and we're going to work a double, excuse me, a double into the next 2 stitches, and then the last double will be worked in the top of the 3 chain that we did at the start of the previous row. So your work will look like this. Then turn the work over, and again we're going to start with 3 chain and a double in each of the next 2 stitches. We now chain 2, and we're going to skip the 2 chains here. We're going to work 3 front post doubles into this first treble of the first block of 3 trebles. So to do a front post, sorry, it's a back post. To do a back post double, we're going to yarn over underneath the 2 chain in front of the double and pick up a loop. Pull it all the way through. You've now got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, through 2, yarn over and through 2. We're going to do 2 more exactly the same, just into this first double here. So yarn over under the 2 chain space in front of the stitch and pick up a loop, pull through, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2, and then we do a third one exactly the same. Yarn over under the chain in front of the double that's there, pick up a loop, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. So you've got all 3 doubles, back post doubles, are all sitting around this first treble, this first double here. And then we do chain 2. We're going to do exactly the same. We miss these 2 doubles and we're going to go under the chain. So yarn over under the chain in front of the double to pick up the loop, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. We do that 3 times. So there's the second one and third. Yarn over under the 2 chain space in front of the double, pick up the loop, and then carry on as you would do a normal double. We're going to do this all the way along the row again. So chain 2, skip 2 stitches, under, yarn over first, under the 2 chain space in front of the double that's the first one of the set of 3, and work the 3 stitches around that front post. It's sometimes easier to slightly turn your work so that you're sort of working on a diagonal rather than horizontally, but it's entirely up to you. If you find it easier to do it a different way, feel free to do that. So we chain 2 again, skip 2 stitches, under the 2 chain space, pick up the loop in front of the double, and we work that 3 times. So your work's going to look like this, and we carry on the same way until you reach the end of the 3 double blocks. So chain 2, yarn over, work 1, 2, and 3. We've now come to the end of the row where we're going to work 2 chain, skip the 2 stitches, skip the 2 chains, and we're going to work 1 double in each of the last 3 stitches. There's 1 and 2 and 3. Chain 3, which counts again as the first stitch, and a double in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we just work exactly the same as we did on the previous row. So we've got chain 2, skip the 2 chains, underneath the chain, and work the 3 back post doubles around that first double. So there's 1 and 2 and 3, chain 2, exactly the same again. We're going to skip the 2 doubles and we're going to work under this 2 chain space and work 3 back post doubles around this first double. There's 1 and 2 and 3. Chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches and work the 3 back post doubles around this first double. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2 and work the 3 back post doubles, not forgetting that you need to go under the 2 chain space to work around that double from the previous row. Chain 2 and again the 3 back post doubles around the first double of the next block of 3. Chain 2, and we've reached the end of the row once again where we do the 3 doubles, 1 in each stitch. So there's 1 in each of the 2 doubles, and then the final one will go into the top of the 3 chain that we started the row with. So the pattern now is just a repeat of that same row where you are going to work 3 doubles excuse me, at either end, and then the twisted front posts all the way along. I'll do another row so that you can just be absolutely sure that you've got the hang of the pattern. So 3 chain to start, and then the 2 double crochets, which forms that border at either side of the work. Chain 2 and then work 3 back post doubles around the first double. Chain 2 and exactly the same 3 back post doubles around the first double. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches and work the 3 back post doubles going under the 2 chain space and in front of the first double there. Chain 2 and again 3 around the first double, chain 2, skip 2 stitches and we're back to the 3 back post doubles. Chain 2, and again we've come to the end of the row where we've got the 3 doubles to finish off on the border at the other side. So it's just exactly the same now all the way along until you've got the length of the work that you want it to measure. And there we have the twisted reversible granny stitch. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Please subscribe to my channel and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.